Good morning, everyone. This is Jeffrey, and welcome back to the Desert Inkwell. Today, I'm just going to take you through kind of my currently inked, where I am in my notebooks and planners, and what's working, what's working better, and just have a little chat. So I will start with notebooks. My friend Carmen, for Father's Day, made me this little handmade planner cover, and I intend to use this at the DC Pen Show. I am very excited. It's incredibly well made too, so thank you again, Carmen. I absolutely love that. Some of you may recall that I switched from the A5 planner system into the standard traveler's notebook size, and I have to say I have gone all in. You name it, it's going on in here. Even the place for the stickers. I love this size. For some reason it's more approachable for me, and part of it may just be this Midori undated weeks. Now, of course, I'm showing you the month I messed up, but these are undated on the left. I've written that in. So you have a spot for each day and then some notes on the side. And I typically format this where I list my accomplishments on the right, currently inked at the bottom, and then undated things to do. Just random things I need to get done that week, and I put those there. This has been fantastic. This pen loop can go because I have yet to find a pen loop that goes on here where the pen stays in. And then this is, I don't even know what size this is. Is that, this is just some Amazon branded dot grid notebook in a leather cover that a leather artist in the Ukraine made. I bought this on Etsy. There's my initials embossed into it. It's really sturdy. I enjoy it. So we are going to show my currently inked. Now, I did these little stamps on the side for pen and ink, and give credit where credit is due. Karina Loves to Plan had these on a video, and I just love anything miniature and small, and I thought these were fantastic. I did a pretty good job, except this one could have been a little lower down here, but I thought what I would do is list out the name of the pen, and they're already inked, and then I'll list out the name of the ink color. I'm not going to swatch them today, because I don't feel like it. It's been a long week. All of my pens this week, and really for the past 3 weeks now, I've been utilizing, for the most part, these pens and these inks. There was a recent addition. I recently hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, to which I am incredibly grateful to everyone who has subscribed and tunes in each week or every other week, whatever it is, to watch the videos. And so I rewarded myself with a pen. And this is incidentally, the Rickshaw Green Sky Dragons Deluxe Pen Roll. And this thing is very nice. It does attract all of the dog hair, but then again, so does everything in my house. And this is the 8 pen holder. I also have a 6 pen holder. So I have the pens organized from small to large, and we'll go through those now, and we'll start at the biggest pen and then work our way down. I did try and zoom in a little because sometimes I realize what I'm filming is out of frame. I dropped the cap. This, some of my Benus post really well, and this one does not. So this is the Benu Earl Grey tea pen. There's actual tea flakes, tea leaves in here, and some gold, and then the little bluish purple flecks, which can represent lavender or I think it's pea flower. So this is, and Benus. And this is, let me see, this is a medium nib. Schmidt makes the nibs for Benu pens, and they're really reliable, smooth writers. And this ink is Pelikan Brilliant Brown. This, I just love it. It's a very orange toned brown. I think it works perfectly with the Benu Earl Grey tea, which is funny. Diamine has an ink that's Earl Grey, but it's gray. So next up, we have the trusty Nettuno Superba. Although, if you follow me on Instagram, which, if you're not already, I wish you would, it's at desert_inkwell. I broke this pen on Monday. Right here. Unfortunately, Nettuno's warranty did not allow for mishandling, and so I bought a replacement pen with a stainless steel nib and then took the gold nib out of here. This is probably one of a few pens that I would replace. It's really comfortable. It's light. I enjoy it very much. And this is the everyday pen. They also have this in red, and then up a level is a green celluloid. I think that's probably long gone. There were some of the red ones in, or ruby to be specific, in the Atlas Stationer's Last Chance area, which right now I think is 50% off Last Chance. So that's a good opportunity to get a good pen and save a good amount of money. This ink is Birmingham Pen Company. Petrified wood. Or is it petrified forest? No, that's an Esterbrook. Okay. Well, it's either wood or forest, folks. Again, this is one of my favorite pens. I love this kind of Art Deco cap band. It's decorative, but it's also flat. So it just is one of my favorites. You're essentially getting most of my favorite pens today. So this is the Pilot Custom 823, which is a vacuum filler. This is again 14 karat gold nib in a medium. And if anyone's new with a vacuum fill pen and you've filled your pen and you're writing and it's starting to skip and hard start, make sure you unscrew this in the back. That's what opens the little piston rod you can see in there and allows the ink to flow to the nib. My first vacuum fill pen, I forgot about that and took all the ink out of the pen and was really concerned the pen was broken, and I just needed to open that up. So Pilot Custom 823 medium nib. I guess we can write that it's 14 karat. So is that one. And this ink, no surprise to anyone, is Ferris Wheel Press. Autumn in Auburn. I have two big bottles of this because these two are my most commonly used, like, everyday inks, and this one was on sale. It was buy 3, get 1 free, and my son bought me 3 bottles of ink from Ferris Wheel Press for Father's Day, which was so nice of him. And so we threw this one in as an extra freebie because I had reward points with them. This is probably the gold standard for me on size and writing. This is the sweet spot. A little bigger than this, a little smaller than this, I'm good. But I love this pen. When I first started collecting pens, I saw a picture of this one and I thought, oh, sure would be nice to own one of those one day, and I just didn't see myself owning it. I purchased this one on Amazon from an importer. So the packaging is a little different than if you bought it at a pen store in the US. But your boy's on a budget, and so I think I saved about $100 on that pen. Now, next up, sorry for the dog hair, is my Sailor 1911 large. This is, again, shocking, a medium 14 karat nib. This is the 1911 large, and this ink is Mont Blanc. Permanent black. It's the only pen I have black ink. It will always be black ink. Well, never say never, but it will probably always be this permanent black ink. I mean, you need a pen that you can sign a document with. And the last time I was at the bank, they didn't seem too keen on me signing documents with shimmer ink. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was my 1,000 subscriber reward pen. This is the Pelikan M600 art series, the Glauco Kanban. And this is, well, gorgeous. I don't know that it shows up on camera as well as it does in person. There is guilloche work done on a brass tube underneath this layer, and so as you turn it and the light hits it, Pelikan refers to it as a holographic effect, but it's just the stunning shimmer of light and color. Now this is a little smaller, but it's very comfortable still when posted. I don't think I would use it unposted. I generally prefer pens to be posted. So this is the Pelikan M600. This is a 14 karat medium gold nib. And the ink is, I don't know what that extra I is for. Pilot. Shizuku. Shin. I just looked this up. I think that's right. Let me double check. I really, really looked at this. Sorry, this should be a U. Sorry, Pilot. I'm not sure long term about this ink for this pen. This bright green ink color takes me back to my middle school teacher, Mrs. Rude, R-U-U-D, who would use these green and then, you know, those red pens where they would correct your papers. So it's just stuck in my mind under that category. I think I've heard Simone discuss royal blue ink, evoking a similar feeling for her as they had used that in school growing up. So I have fallen down the Sailor rabbit hole. This is a Sailor Pro Gear, and the model is Too Hot Habanero. And if you look, there is a little, ironically enough, a jalapeno, but sure. This was my first Pro Gear. This is a 21 karat nib. And I had always thought that these Pro Gears and Pro Gear Slims weren't necessarily the best value. And I didn't see the value proposition. Just given the size, it didn't seem very substantial. First of all, I almost always post my pens. I love the pens posted, and when I do so, it's a very comfortable length. It's very lightweight. And this nib, 21 karat medium fine nib. And this medium fine, it's so precise and neat. I've been very, very happy with it. And this ink is Birmingham Penco. Firebox. And I bought this ink as part of a previously owned ink bundle on Mercari. I have a huge bottle of it, which is good because I really enjoy this. Is not dissimilar to the Pelikan Brilliant Brown. You know what? Let's do a little comparison here. Do the Brilliant Brown and the Firebox. Okay, so Firebox is a little lighter than Brilliant Brown, but both of those, of course, in my wheelhouse of orange, green, black, and teal. I love both of those, which is good to know because I have a big bottle of that Firebox. After I got that orange Too Hot Habanero Sailor, I was like, I immediately need another one. I know, you would think one is fine, but, you know, if one is good, two is better. 3 is on the way, and 4 or 5 is probably out of control. So this is just a black Sailor Pro Gear, and I purchased this one with the intention of having a new body made for it by Just Turning Pens, who are in Brisbane, Australia. They make a very nice pen. And so you can ask them to make a new body for, I think, your Platinum 3776 Century or your Pilot Pro Gear. Not sure about the Pro Gear Slim. So you would just remove it at the section and then attach a new body. Again, I only seem to get ideas from other people, but that Karina Loves to Plan did that, and I thought, what a great way to have a tried and true nib on a maker's pen. So again, this is a Sailor Pro Gear. And this is it's just black. 21 karat. Medium fine nib. And I have to cheat because I don't... yes. This is another ink I was not expecting to fall so much in love for. This is the Sailor Ryucha ink. With the exception of this bright green, this has been my favorite spread of currently inked. With this orangish brown into the muted mossy greens, you know, the oaky color of the Ottoman auburn. You know, this is a shade variation. And then again into this darker green. And then, as many of you may know, last week was Father's Day, and my husband gifted me a Sailor Pro Gear Slim. This is the Sailor Tea Time Moroccan Mint Tea and Sugar, and I think the cap is for the sugar. And you can see the body is this olivey green that I love. Has a clear green section, which I think, so you have tea and then mint. Sailor Pro Gear Slims, I think, have a 14 karat gold nib, and so this is just a medium nib. And again, I was worried that it would be too small, but it's actually very comfortable to write with. I'm going to move my notebook up here for this last one. It's a beautiful writer. And this ink, not sponsored, I swear, is Birmingham Pen Company. And this color is Kentucky Bluegrass. This was the ink I bought in the bundle with the Firebox. So these two came together. And I thought, probably not going to use this Bluegrass because I was really thinking it was going to look like this. But it was such a good deal for the bundle. So I bought it. I do love this green. This is that spring new grass color. They've captured that really well. This, the Shin Ryoku, I may go to my son. He has a pen, this color green, and I think he would probably get more use out of it than I will. And we share inks sometimes, so that's great. That's about it, folks. Life has been a little hectic this week. And I did not put my face on the video today because I don't know what I got in my right eye, but it's incredibly bloodshot and it's very distracting. And I have a bit of a sinus. Maybe that's what it's from. I have a bit of a sinus infection today. anyway, that is the currently inked that I am working with at the moment. I don't necessarily change out my currently inked once a month or once a week. I change them when I feel moved to transition into sort of another color story. So that's where we are for now. I'm really enjoying, of course, the Sailor nibs. 4 out of these 8 are Sailor. 1 Banu, 1 Natuno, a Pilot, a Sailor, a Pelikan, and 3 other Sailors. So have a great week. Write someone a letter. And I will see you all next week.